Hello, everyone. Welcome to this tarot reading. This is a tarot reading for the upcoming moon path, is what I like to call it, the upcoming moon phase. This is for the time period of the full moon we just came out of, as it has gone away. I'm a few days late on this reading, but basically around August 9th or 10th. The full moon happened on the 9th. So usually around the 10th or 11th, I would say this would be the time that this starts, going up to and through the new moon on August 23rd. And this new moon is going to be 0 degrees in Virgo. It's a little unusual, hitting right at the 0 degree mark in Virgo. And so this reading covers that time period, and its focus is for the collective, for all of us who watch this, that take part in this. Regardless of creed, regardless of your beliefs, this is an idea of what we need to know for the magical weather up ahead for those of us that do spiritual magical work, whether that be working with the land, affirmations, prayer, channeling, card reading, any kind of connection to spirit and the divine and magic in general. This is what we need to know over this period of time that's going to take us through a good chunk of August and get us ready for what seeds we want to put in the ground for the new moon on August 23rd. So this is usually a little bit of a longer reading. This is a little bit different from my daily readings as it's covering more ground, but we'll see what Spirit has to say. We'll see what comes through with the cards. I am using the Tarot of the Golden Wheel. I've used this multiple times in my readings here on this channel. Very colorful, very beautiful deck. So I'm just going to do a quick cut here. I will be doing a pendulum draw for the major energies. We'll also be using an oracle card in here as well to kind of see what can be added. And then depending on how I feel, we might also get the runes out to see what they have to say about this time period. So this is a pretty comprehensive read on the magical weather for that time period that I've already mentioned. As we move from that full moon energy, now we're looking at what we need to kind of review and push through and get ready for the next ramp up to the full moon. Cut it right there. We got a Mercury retrograde. We are now Mercury direct. We're having some very interesting skies with Venus and Jupiter, and there just seems to be quite a bit going on up there. So let's see if the cards go along with that. Let's see what they have to say. So I'm going to do a quick fanning of these cards. And then I will get my lovely opalite. I only use this pendulum for the moon path readings and for very personal readings. So this is for the main energy. What do we need to know overall and overarching for this period of time, this moon path we're on as we build towards the new moon on the 23rd. It's right in there. Again, I like these card backs because from my angle, they tend to kind of blur together, so I don't really see individual cards, and so I just let the pendulum do its thing. And looks like it's this one. Yeah, this one right here. Okay, good. Here's that. And I'm going to pull two more. I want to see what the initial cards have to say. First one is up here on the top of the deck. And this one is right here. Over here somewhere. This one. And I am curious, so we're going to look at the bottom of the deck before we even start. 9 of Swords. Maybe some anxiety, or this tends to be the basis of it, so maybe coming out of a period of anxiety. Okay. First card. Two of Wheels, Two of Pentacles. Juggling a project, juggling physical work, possibly employment. A lot going on, but fully capable of handling that energy. And the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So definitely a sense of getting past these anxieties from that we may have held on to. We might finally be out of this energy. This was pretty prevalent a week ago. A lot of concern, a lot of worry. And I think maybe as we head to the new moon, it's going to be about not only juggling those energies, about what you want to manifest in the physical world, but also how you do your best work with it. Now, this isn't necessarily the Master Maker card. That's the Eight of Wheels or Eight of Pentacles. This is more about doing the work. This isn't, this is about, this almost feels like the fine details of handling the individual, the intricacies of what you are working on, the details, making sure everything is crafted the way it needs to be crafted. And Queen of Cups is a wonderful, loving, caring energy. This is the Queen of Cups or the Queen of Hearts. This is the water energy, the Queen of Water. She is just as talented and mature with her ability with matters of the heart and with intuition and how we feel and our emotions as the king, except that the queens tend to work on things that are close to home. They don't go out and modify things. They don't go out chasing things where the king might. The queen stays back with that yin energy and works with those emotions and with that balanced emotional mindset of care and compassion and this connection to the divine, this connection to this love energy. And so it feels like this next period of time up until the 23rd, right off the bat, is very much about, I just heard getting your wheels in order, like getting your physical matters. It's a time to focus on those, perhaps not as much as your more like passionate aspirations that you might have with wands. And it's about really going with your heart on how you want to create your life and how you want to juggle the pieces of your life to make something really, really solid and incredibly grounded and peaceful. Pentacles is also a slower suit. The physical world is a little bit more dense than some of these other elements. So, yeah, but I'm getting a sense of play. I'm getting a sense of overarching positive energy and good times. But it's a matter of sort of focusing in on how you want to craft. Hearing how you want to craft the end of the year. Like that starts now. So a couple things are, and when I talk about like how that begins for the end of the year, I see the geese, and the geese. I always think of, especially these Canadian geese, if that's what they are. But you always see them flying in a V in the spring and in the fall, and it feels like there's like this beginning of an activity as to how you want to spend the end of the year, how you want to begin to move towards the fall equinox. How do you want to begin to finish up your harvests as we get into Samhain in the end of October? And then how do we want to spend the holiday season? That can all begin now, and there is sort of a feverish activity, right? Like there's this juggling your abundance almost to begin to track how you creatively want to put those pieces together. And it's about using your intuition. It's about using your compassion and tact and your compassion. The Queen of Cups is incredibly compassionate. She would make an amazing hostess because she would take care and concern and also like combine her intuition to create a supportive environment for her family or her guests or her closest friends. Let's take a closer look at the Queen of Cups just to kind of prove my point. And here we have a swan, very similar to a goose. But her focus is definitely on not only taking care of others, but taking care of herself and taking care of her connection to her emotions and to her intuition and to the divine. So the next few weeks could have a lot of activity in them, but it's a matter of focusing on how you want that activity to set the seeds, to set the initial steps for, I think, even looking, first looking at the fall equinox in September and then onward from there. So maybe sitting down and figuring out what work you want to do, what affirmations you want to do, what readings you want to do, what manifestations you want to do through spell work as far as getting ready for that time period. And that full moon, that new moon to full moon is going to carry us into that second week. It's going to be pretty close to that equinox period anyway. So I think this is sort of setting the stage for how you physically want to do it. Okay, the physical aspects and almost like where the rubber meets the road kind of friction point. Because inspiration can't go anywhere without physical oomph. And that's what I'm getting from this, especially from this card, along with the energy here. So take some time to figure out how you want to physically bring these things, these ideas, into fruition and into creation. All right, I'm going to pull a Wild Mystic card. Kind of as punctuation, as kind of just as an extra card to add to the reading. Let's see what the Wild Mystic animal spirits want to say about this. Oh, no. I felt it go by. Like a rock. It's like if you're holding sand in your hand and you feel a rock go through, like a larger rock go through your fingers. Not a larger rock, but like, a larger rock. That's what it felt like there. And it's over here. I should do a video on all of that, about how I feel the cards and how I feel the bumps of energy or the nudges. Okay. So to add to all of this for the Moon Path reading, we have freedom. Wow. Some narwhals. Hello, Mr. Narwhal. If you understand that reference, please put it in the comments. Goodbye, Mr. Narwhal. All right. Freedom. So this is about physical freedom. This is about how can you find freedom to be on your path that you want to be on in this physical world? Because again, we are spirits in physical bodies, and the physical world is something that is super important for our spirit. They're interconnected, right? I'm almost getting a vibe of like taking care of your home, finding the freedom to really rearrange your house or your room or a special place, perhaps an altar space or your magical space, because the energy is going to be very vibrant and completely supportive of this shift, especially with Mercury going direct. So look for ways that you can tap into this energy of physical freedom in the physical realm. I'm also feeling like moving, dancing, using that as a way to channel some of that energy, to connect spirit to the physical. And this sense of love and the love energy and this water emotion in with the physical. Yeah. Yeah, I am going to pull a rune. Let me grab my runes. Okay. Just looking for the runic answer, a runic commentary to this magical weather that we are beginning to get. Oh, that one's really sticky to my finger. Very sticky. Oh, Dagas. Very nice. I love it. So that is a little bit of a sacrifice energy there, a little bit, but this is about the center point. This is about this releasing of a particular kind of physical energy. I don't know why I called that Dagas. Like, that is Ingas. And this is also in affiliation with Freyr, which is Freya's brother. This is about abundance. This is about a transformation. Most importantly, it's about gestation. It is about seeds and what you want to bring forward into the earth realm. It is a strong energy of abundance and a strong energy of a connection to the earth and transformation, but the transformation of a seed and how that gestation happens in the earth. So when you combine that with this sense of freedom and this connection to this really strong wave of lots of activity, I'm feeling like having to juggle possibly several different aspects of our magical work over the next couple of weeks. But also like tempered by this sense of the Queen of Cups. Really wonderful energy for the next 2 weeks. This is a chance to really plant some very important and focused seeds. And how do you want to do it? How do you want to go about making that happen with your particular brand of affirmations, manifestations, magic, prayer, magical movement? Because there's a sense of freedom that is going to come out of this. That connection that's going to come from this work. And I think we'll see even more of that as we begin to shift after the new moon as well. All right, so some homework. Some homework for all of us over the next few weeks. Be thinking about how you want to apply this. Be thinking about how and what you want to have done by August 23rd in this regard. I will try to do an update. I don't think I'll do it right on the quarter phase, but perhaps a little afterwards. I'll try to do an update and maybe get some more information. But it looks like magical weather-wise, there's a lot of energy to really make some changes and to make a transformation in your life focused on freedom, focused on this sense of home and the earth and like job work. Like, this could also be how you work with your job and how you interact with the physical world to get the physical money in order to sustain yourself. Because that would be another kind of freedom, right? Okay. Well, I think that is it. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please, as usual, leave comments. I'd be interested to hear what everybody has to say about this reading or about how it transpires over the next couple weeks as we get to the 23rd. And leave a like. Send this video to someone if you know someone who might be interested in it. And otherwise, I will see you on the daily reading the day after you see this. So, peace and strength, everybody. Be well. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.